Nifty Bank is going to be opening closer to around the 20 to around the 50 DMA odd, and that's going to be a very strong opening. Last few sessions, you have the Nifty Bank that in fact has been outperforming, and it continues to do that well as well. You have ICICI Bank as well as Kotak Mahindra Bank. Both of them have done quite well in the morning trade itself, the morning tick. And from the Nifty pack, Adani Ports, well, that one is zooming away. Yesterday, the numbers look quite good. In fact, that's building on some bit out there. BPCL as well is higher. What's under a little bit of pressure then? Eicher Motors. Those numbers do look very good. The stock, mind you, has been strong in the last few sessions. It's come in for some mild profit taking, down close to 100%. From the broader markets, the big winner should come up for you. NBCC, up close to around 5%. Big volumes out there. Hoodco, big move yesterday. Today as well, it's opened up well in the green with a gain of close to around 5%. And Tex Macro Rail is now up close to around 5% as we speak. So those are some of the big winners in the broader markets. Suzlon, I remember the stock had close to around 5 to around 6 rupees, just a year or so ago. Well, that one's hit 50 rupees today. So Suzlon's one of the big winners in trade today. In terms of result reactions, Indian Hotels, that one stands out. Even after such a big rally, that's opened well in the green. So that's opened with a gain of around 2% odd. On the flip side, you have Bata India, that's under some pressure. Emphasis as well is giving it company on the downside because those numbers as well look a little weaker than expected. So that as well is opened up with a cut of closer around 2%. Another couple of good movers this morning. NMDC operational performance looks superb. You have margins that could do better because they've taken price increases as well. So that one's open higher. And PNB as well is higher in today's trading session. Don't lose sight because Concord is another stock that's done quite well. So to sum things up, it's a solid opening for the markets. The Nifty has opened up well in the green, and the Nifty Bank is the one that's on the verge of breaching those crucial technical levels of 20 to 50 DMA.
All right, very, very strong opening. Just a couple of more stocks. Castrol India is reacting really well to its numbers. So just get Castrol India up for you. 7% higher now on that stock, so looking pretty good. Some of these railway companies, Texmaco Rail is up almost about 5.5%, so looking pretty smart there. KPIT Tech has been piling on the gains ever since it came out with its numbers and continue to, be very optimistic about its guidance. So KPIT Tech is up almost about 4%, but just look at the market go. 170 points in the green. We were talking about this earlier as to how this could perhaps be a pre-election rally, given that the government has ticked all the boxes in terms of fiscal prudence, better revenue expenditure, etc. The market is soaring now, and all your PSU stocks are the ones that are hitting new highs, whether it's something like a Hoodco, NBCC, UCO Bank, PNB, Bank of Maharashtra. SBI as well, ahead of its numbers, is gaining some traction. So very, very strong opening.
It is a very strong opening. And, by the way, the Nifty now is coming up exactly to the gap area that we were talking about, which is about 21,867, 21,850 or so is the lower end of that particular gap area. So will the market find resistance here? If not, the other outcome is, the alternate outcome is that it sort of continues to build on this and it becomes a bit of a trending kind of a day. Can that happen this Friday? So we'll know in a bit. It's possible because overnight queues, etc., are strong. But it's also true that last couple of times the markets kind of got to these levels and then turned back down. Okay, just a few other names, right? So Hoodco, I think we mentioned, it's the top volume traded gain. Every day I sort of, the first list of big volume-led gainers are all PSU names. Today is no different. Hoodco is up 10%. NBCC is up 11%, if you can have these names up. Number one and number two in terms of the largest volumes out there. IREDA is at number 3 with a 4% pop. Indian Overseas Bank is at number 5 with a 5% gain. I'm talking about volumes. Central Bank is up 4%. You got, what else? BEML is starting 3.5% higher right now. ITDC, some of these names defy moves, sometimes logic, but maybe there are reasons. 6% on that one this morning. That is ITDC. And so that's the entire PSU pack. Adani Ports, we mentioned briefly, 3% higher. Numbers came during market hours, but a reaction full coming through now. And I think South Indian Bank is another one, which is about 2.5% higher. We've got IRB, which is about 5.5% up. KPIT continues the move from yesterday. It's up about 4%. And Repco Home is up about 7% as well. I'm not sure if there's any particular news flow coming through there. On the downside, Bombay Stock Exchange, last 2 days have been spectacular for BSE. BSE yesterday was up about 6% by close. It's pulling back a little bit, but just 1.5% pullback, that's it. Ashok Leyland is down about 2%, so at about 171. RITES is down about 3.33% at about 680. That's it. Yesterday, this time there were a few more sort of large downward moves along with Paytm. Paytm, of course, is another 20% down at this stage. We'll come back with more in a bit. Max Healthcare is another stock which is down 4%. You'll hear from the management at the back of earnings in just a bit from now. All in all, I mean, 200 points. So yes, it is building on, and we are past the 21,900 levels now on the Nifty.